I think that's five, Shirley. Hello, everybody out there in Detroit, the home of the Detroit Tigers. And boy, are we glad they're home.
Hello, Robert Jr., where you at?
Well, I'm at U Detroit Media Cafe, downtown Detroit, where it's going to be crazy for the next 3 days, but in a good way crazy. And I'm in the studios for what?
This is Big City Rhythm and Blues magazine. We've got 2 hours of great music, interviews, live music. I'm Sugar May, and I ain't lying.
And I'm Junior, and I don't think I'm lying.
So where you been, Junior?
Well, let me see. We talked about King Biscuit, I think, from the road. We were down in Helena.
I don't think we talked enough about King Biscuit.
Oh, Lordy. Well, let's talk about King Biscuit in a minute, so then we can segue into our in-studio guest, who we saw down there.
That's right.
But just recently, as of yesterday,
yes.
we were in Chicago and the great city of Indianapolis for...
We were distributing our new issue. Our new magazine is out. It is beautiful, featuring Rip Cat Records.
Out of Los Angeles. And they're sort of, everybody in here was in a punk band, but they play blues now, including the main guy on the cover, Phil Alvin from the Blasters, who have played in Detroit many times. Sort of like the Detroit Wheels, or, you know, it's where the white kids meet the black soul music. So it's a good issue, and it's out. And you can get it if you come down to U Detroit anytime.
Or go to BigCityBluesMag.com. So we started off by stopping by one of the oldest blues clubs that plays blues 7 days a week, is the Slippery Noodle at the crossroads of Indiana and Indianapolis. The Slippery Noodle is featured heavily in our magazine, and they've got all kinds of acts that stop by their club regularly. And you can catch the Slippery Noodle at their website, Slippery Noodle Inn. And then we drove up to Chicago, and we first stopped by Jazz Record Mart.
Yep, Jazz Record Mart, the home of Bob Kester and Delmart Records, and Iggy Pop and Charlie Musselwhite and Bruce Iglauer used to work there as clerks. So it's always a pleasure to walk into that place. And then we avoided all the rain somehow.
Yeah,
I guess my weather girl Shirley helped me here.
It was right in front of us, and we stopped by Buddy Guy's Legends, where we always give them a couple of boxes of magazines and have some food and listen to their opening act, which was Jimmy Johnson, the barroom preacher.
The legend.
The legendary, and he was doing a solo. And the place was standing room only. And it was about, I'd say, about 7 o'clock in the evening, 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yep, and I was watching the Tigers while you were watching Jimmy Johnson.
We were both watching the Tigers. We slid out of there right before Lurie Bell hit the stage. And we went over to Chicago Blues on Halstead, and also first stopped by the Mines, where Joanna Connor had a standing room only crowd. Who else was playing over there at the Mines?
Duke
Tomato.
Duke Tomato. Duke Tomato from Indianapolis, a Midwest boy. And then we headed over.
Wait a minute. Chicago Blues, we didn't say.
Oh.
Carlos Johnson. And
yes.
Again, that place was packed. Every place we went into Chicago, you could hardly find a parking spot. And
yep.
Blues is well loved. Because our final stop was...
Well, one of my favorite places is Rose's over in Armitage. And little Ed was holding court, and you couldn't get in the door. It was just packed.
It was overwhelming. So we did our swing through Chicago, and now we're back in Detroit for the next couple of weeks before we head out on the high seas. There's a few rooms left, Robert Jr.
Right, and half past the hour here, we're going to be talking to Jay Seelman from the Blues Foundation. He's going to call in, and he's going to be on the cruise, and we have a special silent auction and live auction going on this year for something that he'll fill us in with.
We're going to be raising the roof on the high seas, and we're going to be raising the roof right here on U Detroit, right, Junior?
Right, and we were just in King Biscuit as we were talking, and one of our oldest friends in the magazine, and an old friend from all over the country. Deke Harp was there helping us, and actually we have Deke here live in the studio.
Yay, Deke
can you
Harp's in
come up
town.
here and answer some questions from us, please? Right, Sugar?
That's right. Deke is our right-hand man out there on the festival circuit. Welcome, Deke Harp. How are you feeling, Deke?
I'm feeling really good.
Good. Thanks for coming by. Perfect timing. And you're going to be back on our stage in November, but right now it's good to see you. And we were talking about you last week.
All right.
Yeah, and actually you called in from Haiti,
Yes.
Missouri, Haiti,
Hi, Ty.
On the way to the King
with
Biscuit.
Reverend Robert,
Yes.
and it sounded wonderful.
Thank you.
So we're so glad that you can actually do this here, so we know that wasn't a pre-recorded that you put on for us. We'll get to see you do it.
All right.
He is a one-man band, and he just got back from Alpena, Michigan.
Yes.
You did a gig up there last Saturday night.
Friday and Saturday.
Wow, 2 nights. Great.
Harmonica seminar with Peter Madcat Ruth and Jason Ritchie.
The
And-
tattooed boy.
Yes.
How's he doing? Good?
Oh, fine. He's doing great.
Good. It'll be good to
Glad
see him soon.
out there.
And you can find out all about Deke at dekeharp.com. And we're going to hear some live music for the next couple hours with you, Deke. We're so glad
Have
that
you
you're
thought
here.
of what to start off with tonight?
Most of what I play is all my own music.
Okay. Well,
it's-
which song are you going to start with here?
Probably Okay to Smile, even though it's a rainy day.
And then
And
we'll
that's
talk
going to
more
be
afterwards.
on your upcoming CD. This
Yes.
isn't it,
Yes.
but it's a mock-up. But this
Yes.
might work, Deke,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
It is
Might
it's
work.
neat covering I put
We
on
might
there.
be able
I think
to...
Mr. Tater had that record
Yes.
label too.
Yes.
You know.
The brown paper.
Recycled.
I think that will move.
Recycled.
I do.
Yes, I
So
like
get
it.
set up and let's roll and do that song. What's it called?
It's okay to smile.
It's okay to smile.
How did we run into Deke Harp Jr.?
In New Jersey, I think, or in Lower East Side or Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Or
he's
what-
from the East Coast, but he's been living in Illinois, and I guess we must have hooked up with him at a festival.
We met at Chicago Blues Fest backstage
right.
in the VIP area.
Of course,
never
where
been
else would
backstage.
Sugar and Junior be? But
We've never been allowed backstage there. Don't start me on that one.
VIP part.
Oh, okay.
So we've been helping Deke for a while now. He's come.
Now, what are you playing here? What's this called?
This is Cigar Box Guitar, or AKA Diddly Bow.
And what's at your foot?
It's my own homemade drum, kick drum.
And what's that necklace around your neck?
That is also a homemade rack system that I built to accompany my harmonica, and it gives me the Chicago amplified tone on a rack.
And we're going to be hearing It's Okay to Smile? Hit it, baby.
You know it's okay to smile, even on a rainy day. It's okay to smile, sun gonna come your way. You know I looked outside my window, as far as I could see, and over behind the clouds clouds. Yeah, sun was shining at me. You know, every time I wonder what I'm gonna do, and over behind the clouds, yeah, sun comes shining through.
Nice, Dave. Where's the other guys playing? There's got to be someone hiding back there playing. You doing all right?
Well, it's magic, really. Volume okay?
He's a one-man band, and doesn't he sound great? We really love your sound. You've developed it over the last couple of years, because when we first met you, it was the harmonica, then you added the drum, which is, what is that called? Your
Kickbox.
Your kickbox, and now more recently you've got the diddly bow. What is that called again?
It's a cigar box guitar, diddly bow.
Diddly bow, because I thought sometimes it depends on how many strings you have.
This is a deco bow.
A deco bow. Nice. A good sound to it, very folk artish.
Because I built everything you see.
Everything you built.
Even the harmonica.
The hat?
No, I got this at Walmart for $3
okay.
on clearance.
You like building it because it matches what your sound is.
Well, I'm left-handed too, and you can't find a left-handed guitar nowadays.
Yeah.
In my price range, anyway.
Right. And you also custom make harmonicas for all you harp lovers out there. Check
Yes.
out deekharp.com.
And you give harmonica lessons.
Yes, and
I think.
within a week's time, I will also have Skype lessons.
Nice.
So you can right now call Deke and get a harp lesson, a long distance harp lesson over the phone, and soon Skype, which will work out good for those people in Europe and California. I know you've gotten a lot of business with folks from all over the world.
Yes,
and,
Australia,
a good
everywhere.
response.
UK, Australia, United States, and Canada. I've shipped all over.
We're talking to Deke Harp, and not all.
Deke, you used to be a driver. Weren't you a driver for Super Harp?
Yes, the highlight of my whole career was working for James Cotton on and off for 10 years, and I was his driver in the tour.
Well,
Nice.
it's so glad that you share your memories, that you keep remembering them too in this day and age, because you did in the last issue that has Mr. James Cotton on the cover.
Yes.
Give a really nice story about James.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So one of the things you'll see when you come out to festivals with Big City Rhythm and Blues Magazine, you'll see Deke in our Deke in our booth,
Harp.
and you'll see his harp, but you also help mentor other musicians too. You know, that's
Yeah.
what I like seeing. This past 2 weeks ago at King Biscuit, I didn't know Snooky Pryor had a son that is continuing his tradition. I'm going to start calling him Little Snooky because he
Yes.
looks and sounds just like Snooky Pryor.
Oh my God! If you closed your eyes, you just were there.
Amazing.
Snooky Pryor, for those who don't know, because we do know,
Yes.
is from Texas.
I think
Where's
was,
he from?
Well,
What's his history,
I don't
Sugar?
have his whole background, Junior. But the last time I talked to Snooky, he was living around Illinois, I thought, or Indiana. Indiana.
you
Isn't
ha-
little Snooky from Indiana?
He lives in southern Illinois right now.
Illinois, that's it.
Because I
Okay.
know Snooky was part of that Austin, Texas scene, with Clifford.
Yeah,
you know,
Clifford would bring in people
He
from all
he
over.
went there and Clifford took care of him like he always did. And here's a place for you to stay, and here's some gigs. And God bless Clifford. Antone.
Rumor has it that Snooky was the first one to ever amplify a harmonica when he was in USO playing through a PA microphone.
Right.
He was like in the 40s. This was.
And that's where I first saw Snooky Pryor, was at Antone's in Austin, Texas, and he got up and did a set, and then following him was Kim Wilson. And then I found out where Kim Wilson got all his moves because he had Snooky down. I mean, it was amazing, you know?
Well, I'm going to go to Junior's jukebox right now and play a song that fits in with what you're doing.
Okay.
Our friend Dion from the Cruise, from the Belmonts, had a great CD out this year that's still on my top 10 list. And
Nice.
this song I'm going to play, it's called Rides Blues for Robert Johnson.
Okay.
And it's one I'm trying to get on our sampler coming up. So
That's
I'm
right.
going to play a song here, and then we'll get right back with you, Dee.
Okay.
You've been listening to Big City Rhythm and Blues Magazine right here at U Detroit Cafe. Come on down and join us.
Hit you on the back road, man with his guitar. Said take me to the crossroads ain't that far. He said he come up from the Delta, said he liked my car. He told me on the way there, he was born in sin. What else? I said I ride that road, yeah. I know just where you've been. I don't know where I'm headed. I can't go back again. You're a star in heaven, burning bright above the sea.
Well, that's Dion from Runaround Sue Dion from back in the 50s and 60s.
Another plus on going on the high seas.
Oh,
we
yeah.
get to meet some superstars like Dion.
He's played in our booth. He's come up and played and marveled at our diddly bows, which our friend Deke Harp has mastered. Is Deke still here?
Yeah, come on back, Deke.
Come on up, Deke. We got to talk to Jay Seelman in a few minutes, but let's talk to you a little bit more.
Deke Harp is our musical host tonight. Our
Yes.
friends Bob and April May Monteleone. We want to say hi, guys, and thanks for helping us as always. And they'll be back soon. But right now, Deke Harp is here. A little drive-by.
Will you play the 4-minute blues for me?
Sure.
Please.
We were just
in
with,
about 4 minutes and 10 seconds.
We were just with Deke down at the King Biscuit, and he helps us with the magazine a lot and helps promote the music as well.
And he helps promote Mississippi and harmonicas and all the young people he encourages. And I'll tell you, for my money, the most talented and amazing feat in the world is for a single person to get up and entertain a room of 500 people. That you don't have a bass player, you don't have a horn section to back you up, a drummer, you do it by yourself. You're a brave man.
And he's going to be performing at Chicago's Buddy Guy's Blues Legends on November the 10th.
The night before our party here.
Yep.
She'll be playing too, starting it out and getting things rolling. So give us that 4-minute blues, please.
Deke Harp. And he's right here at U Detroit Cafe until 9 o'clock this evening. I'm Sugar.
And I am Robert Jr.
And we're with Big City Rhythm and Blues Magazine. You can pick up our new issue, is right at the door. And we're so glad, Deke, that you're here.
Well, I'm so glad to be here.
He is a one of a kind. He's an original, isn't he, Junior?
Yes, indeed. He certainly is. He's been on the cruise with us. And speaking of the cruise, we're going to talk to a guy who I think you influenced a little bit on the cruise, one of the first cruises, Shirley. Isn't that right?
That's right. The president of the Blues Foundation, Jay Seelman.
Executive director?
And they've had to, go with the nonprofit
I think
changes.
the president is Bill Wagg.
Well, it was, but as I read on their website,
Jay used to be.
blues.org, I ain't lying, that the nonprofits are changing some of the rules, but he is the president, but he's still doing the same thing.
Now, have you ever, speaking of Jay and the Blues Foundation, have you ever done the IBCs?
I did a few of them. Actually, in 91, I went down and actually when they had the Handy Awards and IBC all in one.
The same weekend.
Yes, and it was really fun because I was there. I saw Buddy Guy walk out with like 6 or 7 of them in between each finger. And they had the different shaped one at
That's
the
the
time.
Blues Music Awards. The IBCs, the International Blues Challenge, is January 29th through February 2nd. I think I hear a long distance call.
Phone call.
Oh boy.
Is that our line, Geraldine?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
So those are the two big events that the Blues Foundation in
they
Memphis,
do.
Tennessee.
And there's nothing better to get down there on Beale Street and walk and see a million other people from Salem, Oregon, down to Pensacola. To
Yeah.
They have hundreds.
And the
hundreds
newest
of bands.
act in
You
town.
meet everybody that has the same love as you do
Yes.
in the same place.
That's
And
right.
they're all brothers and sisters, and it's fun too.
a great
We've
time.
had our fun, haven't we, Sugar?
Yes, we have, Junior, and we highly recommend it to all those organizations, nonprofit organizations, blues societies, to get it together
I
and
know a
get
lot
a
of
band.
people don't like the competition, but it gets you out there. And like I tell everybody, just being there, you won.
That's right.
Just being there, you're part of the family. So
It steps it up for your organization. And right now, the Blues Foundation, we're going to be talking to Jay, hopefully, and the board of directors are trying to raise lots and lots of money, millions of dollars, to raise the roof for their Blues Hall of Fame.
Yep, up on Main Street, we visited it, and it was across from the Lorraine Motel and the Civil Rights Museum in Memphis. And the Lorraine Hotel is where that tragic day that Martin Luther King was shot. So it's a very historic area, and it's perfect, I think, for the Blues Hall of Fame and the Blues Foundation there, because that's everything. Oh, that sounds like a long-distance
it.
phone call.
All right.
Hello there, Jay.
Hey, yes, it's Jay.
Hey, the blues is all right.
We're here waiting for Verlander to come in. The Yankees haven't showed up yet, but Justin will be here tomorrow. We're about a block away from Comerica Park here broadcasting this.
What are you hoping the Yankees don't show up, or you just get hurt?
Wow, I heard they're going to protest that ump's call yesterday. And,
Junior's way into the baseball, but please welcome Jay Seelman on our phone line. Can we say you're the new president of the Blues Foundation?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Sugar, you ain't lying.
I was just telling Junior, I was reading your website, and he was asking me, well, who should we invite? And I thought this would be perfect to have you, Jay, on, because all of us have been putting our minds together trying to raise those millions of dollars for the Blues Hall of Fame.
Well, y'all been at this longer than I probably even knew about the blues. And I know that Roger Neighbor, your old friend from Kansas City at the legendary Rhythm and Blues Cruise, we're all in this together to do it for the blues musicians and the music itself.
Yep, we're all in. It's a good place. Like I just mentioned before you came online, we were talking about where it is located in Memphis, up on Old Main Street up there. very historic area, and
Location, location,
Oh.
location. So you've got the building, and then you're just gonna completely renovate it. It looks like from the plans I saw.
Well, we have, first of all, let's talk about that location for a second, because you're right, it is very important. It is directly across the street from the Lorraine Motel and the National Civil Rights Museum. So when we're done in downtown Memphis, just a few blocks from Beale, we'll have two of the most important African American museums in the country, the Civil Rights Museum and the Blues Hall of Fame. But we have a beautiful spot on street level. There's 4,000 square feet there, and there's about 8,000 square feet down below, and that's where the main permanent gallery will be. But the entire building, except for, our offices, will be dedicated to the Blues Hall of Fame. The performers, the guys behind, the men and women behind the scenes, and the recordings and books that have been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Well, it's quite a mission you're on, and I know there's a lot of people behind it, the board of directors, promoters from all over the country. What are some of the deals I saw on the website, how you can contribute some bucks and get something out of your contribution, right, Jay?
Right, and the one thing I say is that we want everybody to be a part of this. We want everyone to be as generous as they can. Every blues fan should be willing to do what they can. Not everyone can do the same thing, but we want everyone to do what they can. And you can donate online. You can make a pledge. You can make a one-time donation. The pledge can be up to 5 years. And you can call the office. I'd be happy to talk to anybody. I would be happy to meet with anyone that anyone can set up. This is definitely an all hands on deck for anybody who treasures blues music.
Ha ha, no pun intended. I see that you're going to erect a big Blues Hall of Fame on the upcoming legendary Rhythm and Blues Cruise?
Well, we are certainly going to be there in full force, and both the legendary Rhythm and Blues Cruise and Gimme 5 and the Music Maker Foundation and the Blues Foundation is going to really try to tell our story to all the folk on the Blues Cruise. I know that Roger has set a goal of $250,000 on the next two cruises to get all blues cruisers on board with this.
we can do that.
And it really is. I told some folks, I want 100% participation.
Yeah.
Now, what that means in terms of dollars is another story. But there's no reason for a blues band not to be a part of this. Now's the time. The Blues Foundation is poised to do this. We've already raised $1 million. The demographics are right. And now in this upcoming Blues Cruise, not only we will have the fans there, but everyone's ready to make sure that the silent auction or the auction, those high seas auctions that have raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, as you all know very well, are going to be dedicated to raising money for the Blues Hall of Fame.
Yep, there's some great stuff online that's already up there, I think. There's some great stuff on the boat, and I know everybody will dig deep on the cruise, because that's the kind of people that go on that cruise, as we know from doing this for so many years.
Yeah, it certainly has a history of doing very well.
Well, I like the idea of a lot of the musicians are getting involved. Robert Cray is doing a guitar giveaway.
Yep.
Shamika Copeland has got a giveaway. And all this is at blues.org?
Right, and just last week was their inclusion of the Bonnie Raitt auction, and someone donated $1,100 to the Blues Hall of Fame and got to meet her and have this photo, and him and his wife photo taken with her, and had an autograph. And
that's what we need. We need a lot of instances just like that. Everybody's got to step up.
Bonnie's always been very generous with the Blues Foundation. I'll never forget seeing her with John Lee Hooker out there at the House of Blues in California. And she's always been a big supporter of the Blues Foundation. And people can become members of the Blues Foundation, right, Jay?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't know for sure, and that is the Blues Foundation is a membership-based organization, and it's about 75% blues fans. Of course, we know that in the blues world, 100% of the Blues Foundation members are blues fans, even if they own a record label or they are a performer. But about 75% of the membership is just blues fans. And as you all know from traveling around the world, it's fans that keep the blues alive. And membership is still, the basic membership is still $25, which goes back to sometime in the 90s for sure.
Well, I know you just got back from Poland. Was there some Blues Foundation members over there?
Yes, the Rava Blues Festival in Katowice, Poland, which was the recipient of the 2012 Keeping the Blues Alive Award for International Festival. They had their festival, and they bill it as the largest indoor festival in the world. There was about 5,000 people inside an arena, and it was headlined by Robert Cray, a Blues Hall of Famer.
Wow, I bet that was exciting. Also here with us, Jay, is Deke Harp. He's been traveling the festival circuit and promoting the blues as well. And I forgot to mention that Deke's on stage with us. I don't know if you can see us or you're just there in the office on your phone, but Deke, go ahead.
Our one-man army, Deke Harp.
How are you, Jay?
Hey, Deke, how's it going, man?
Pretty good, pretty good.
We're wearing him out from King Biscuit, and then he was way up north, and now he's in the Tiger Pit here in Detroit.
Yes.
Well, actually, I'm not in front of a computer, and I'm not at the office. I'm sitting out on my back patio looking at the Mississippi River, so...
Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
Tell me about that Rolling Stone guitar that you're going to auction off on this upcoming cruise.
Well, you all might remember this, too. I remember reading about this when I was still in Panama. I was a member then, but I wasn't living in Memphis and working for the Blues Foundation, but the Stones performed in Memphis, and the Blues Foundation had an event at the Rendezvous, and that's when the guitar was signed. Daddy Mac Blues Band played there, and Mick and Keith, I know that Keith and Ronnie came down and actually played with Daddy Mac, but it was at that time in 1999 when it was signed by Mick and Keith and Ronnie and Charlie Watts.
All right. Well, we're so glad you're going to auction it off on the ship, and I know that's where the blues lovers, the high rollers, we find them there on the ship, on the high seas, the blues cruise.
About 10 days, we're ready to go. Our bags are packed, and we're looking forward to seeing you on the ship in San Juan, Jay.
Well, Priscilla's bags are packed, but I cannot say that mine are.
We're going to start our packing, but is that the only way you can bid on the Rolling Stone guitar, is you have to be on the ship?
Yes, that's correct. We've done some auctions in the past where it could be online and at the event, but this one's going to be only for the high seas auction.
All right. Well, I know we're going to get a good price for it, and we're going to be promoting it and promoting the campaign Raise the Roof.
We're getting in auction shape at the gym every day.
That's
good
right.
to hear you. Go Tigers. Don't bet against those Tigers, Jay.
I won't.
Thanks so much for...
Thanks so much, and we'll see you down in San Juan.
All right, thanks for the opportunity.
All right, Jay.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye, Jay.
Bye.
We've been talking to Jay Seelman from the Blues Foundation, which is located in Memphis, Tennessee, but the Blues Foundation is all over the world, and you can go to blues.org and become a member today.
How many times have you been on the board of the Blues Foundation, Shirley Owens?
I have been blessed several times. I kind of lost track, but it was a great experience, a great way to network and help promote the music and keep the blues alive.
Back when you were a teenager.
That's right, Junior.
All right. Well, I had to admire, you have a Detroit Tigers Island shirt on here.
Robert Jr., we have a tiger.
Yeah, my grandfather took a picture of that tiger. Well, we got tiger fever here in the Motor City.
And
bless you boys, all that.
What's coming up quickly, by the time we get off that ship, we're going to be almost ready to have the Happy to Have the Blues Awards.
Yes, the Happy to Have the Blues Awards. we never had an awards before for about 3 years ago, and Shirley kept saying, well, let's have an awards. And I said, well, everybody has an awards. What's our reason to have an awards? Well, we're so happy. Shirley got to hang with Albert King. I hanged with Albert Collins. And they were happy, life-changing experiences. We're happy to have the blues. So we started our Happy to Have the Blues, and behind us on the screen here.
That's right. Oh, it's up. Good. We let the Blues Foundation, the professionals, do the Blues Awards, and that's the way it should be.
For best guitarist, for best producer, and all this.
Right.
We do like best smile, best hairdo, best Tiger team, baseball team.
And it's a reason to have a
fun.
party, right, Robert Jr.?
And it's a reason to have a party. And we've had parties in Memphis. We've had parties down in Clarksdale. And the last couple years, we've been down in the Greenwich Village area of New York City having a party.
Yes.
And we decided, since there's going to be some good baseball around here,
Oh, baseball.
that we would, got to keep saying baseball, Sugar,
He's got the fever.
that we would have the party here in the Motor City at the great U Detroit studio. So you can come down. There's going to be a small cover charge to help pay the musicians that are coming from New York and Chicago, and the place will be packed. Do you want to read a couple of the listings off, Sugar?
Well, of course.
Give them a taste.
I also want to mention that I think Deke Harp will be back, and
Yes.
Dave Fields from New York, and I'm sure we'll get some more musicians.
And Bob Monteleone, our regular musical host.
Hey, Bob, and
will
April
be
May.
putting a hot band together, and all kinds of people will be showing up. Larry McRae, Nora Jean Wallace from Chicago. So it's going to be a happening thing.
Well, we have a new category. Robert Jr. has been very creative. Best Fan Interaction. Sorry, Motor City Ed, you didn't win this one, but Smokin' Joe Kubek and Lindsay Alexander got that one. And we have Best Packer
Yes.
is Michael Packer.
I always am amazed how these bands can get 8 people, 14 amps, 10 guitars, and a drum kit in a Volvo. But they do it. So that's the kind of awards we give. Some people will smile and be happy. But right now, I want to play a song from my jukebox that just came in from one of the guys who entertains us on that cruise.
Yes.
Mr. Mitch Woods.
Oh, good.
And this is called Boogie Woogie Barbecue. Just what Sugar loves, Boogie Woogie and barbecue.
That's what it's all about, baby.
So this is Mitch Woods and his Rocket 88s from the cruise, playing live.
Oh, nice.
Now if you're looking to have some fun, there's one place where they know how it's done. Way down south in the Lone Star State, they got some barbecue that sure is great. Stomping and jumping it, hand pass through at the Boogie Woogie Barbecue. Well, there are links and ribs, chicken and fries, Lone Star beer and pecan pie. With the Texas women, lots of Texas heat, a red hot band with a solid boogie beat. Catfish, strawberries, gumbo too, chicken fried steak and oyster stew. Slumming and jumping till half past due at the Boogie Woogie Barbecue. Let's boogie now. Come on in, don't worry about a thing. It won't take long for the band to swing. Get yourself, mama, cut the rug. grab yourself a beer and chug a lug. Stomping and jumping till 2:30 at the Boogie Woogie Barbecue. Well, there are links and ribs, chicken and fries, Lone Star beer and pecan pie. Plenty of Texas women, lots of Texas heat, a red hot band with a solid boogie beat. Catfish, crawfish, gumbo too, chicken fried steak, and oyster stew. Stomping and jumping till 2:30 at the Boogie Woogie Barbecue.
Nice. That was Mitch Woods from Blues Beyond Borders live in Istanbul.
And Mitch Woods is our friend that's originally from San Francisco, and now he's sort of from New Orleans and sort of from the cruise. We see him all over the place.
He's in charge of the piano bar at night on the ship, and that starts, I think, around 1 in the morning till the wee hours. And we were just hearing Boogie Woogie Barbecue, Mitch Woods, Blues Beyond Borders. And again, we want to thank Jay Seelman for stopping by via the phone. He is the president of the Blues Foundation based in Memphis, and we are...
And our buddy on the cruise to help raise money.
To raise the roof. Go to blues.org and get some more information. And our good friend, Mr. Deke Harp, is here. We are so happy to have Deke among us.
Why, thank you.
And you got another diddly bow.
Yeah, this is a ditty bow that you passed on to me, I believe, sort of. And it's a 2-stringer. Yours is a 3-stringer.
Right.
So we've had trouble trying to figure out what to do with the 2-string. Can you explain quickly, within 3 minutes?
On a
4 minutes.
On a
About what it is.
2-string
Thank you.
diddly bow, you tune the first string to whatever key that you want, E or D or C, and then both notes have to be 1 octave apart. So if you tune it to D on the bigger string, you want to tune the other little string to D, but it's 1 octave above. And once you have both of them in the same note, then you can just strum it. And that's how...
Do you tune by ear, or do you have a tuning?
I have a tuner here, and I
Okay.
did it while we were off camera.
That's good, because people need to know. I think some people don't want to play because they can't tune, and now they've got all these devices out there that makes it easy to tune, right?
Right.
And you're left-handed, right?
Yes, I am.
So that's why it's kind of upside down.
So I got to play 5 instruments, and one of them upside down.
Ah, Junior.
Well, can you figure something out on that for us real
I
quick?
sure can.
Thank you, Deke.
And, yeah.
Pretty darn good. It's not even his guitar. He's playing it upside
Upside
down.
down.
Upside down, only 2 strings. Now we're gonna pull out the 1 string. No, I don't have 1 string.
I can do that too.
How about the
Deke is-
nun string?
Very instrumental, and he is our one-man band, Deke Harp. Go to dekeharp.com and you can find out where Deke's playing. You can also find out how you can get your own customized harmonica. And are you going to start building diddly bows too, Deke?
Well, only for select friends, and I'm sure you guys are one of the selected.
Thank you.
Because most of my time does get built in doing the harmonicas whenever I'm not on the road. But I want to build
we
you
hope
guys.
that people see this and they come down on the 11th and get to meet you when you're here for 8 hours or so playing after your buddy Guy's gig the night before.
That's right. Deke Harp will be right here back at U Detroit Cafe for the Big City Rhythm and Blues Happy to Have the Blues Awards, which is going to be on a Sunday night. Right, Junior?
It's going to be on Sunday. The Lions aren't in town, so it's free to come down. And,
Sunday, November the 11th, and
right.
the next day is Veterans Day, so some of us will be off.
Martin Gross and the Howland Diablos won an award. Thornetta Davis. It's going to be fun down here. Bobby
Yeah.
East, he's got best hair, I think. But,
Yeah, you just never know who's going to pop in.
And I get to see Dave Fields from New York City,
Dave
my
Fields.
buddy.
He's going to be
Dave
coming.
Fields, the Rabbi Blues man from
Yep.
Chinatown and Lower East Side, is going to be in here being our musical co-host. It's a 3-way tie. I have something about 3-way ties. What's up with that?
You like
sugar?
to make everybody happy, Junior.
Everything's always a 3-way tie in my life.
I'm the Midwest, a Big City Rhythm and Blues Orchestra
Yes, you
conductor, and Dave
That's
is
right.
the East Coast.
And he's the East Coast, and the Motor City is Bob Monteleone.
There you are.
And he's got a little reggae twang in his music. So now you got your main axe in your hand. What?
How long have you been playing the diddly bow?
I want to say that the first time I did play it was on the cruise with
That's
you
what I
guys.
thought. It's not like it's not that hard. If you get the tuning down,
Right.
and practice,
And it
not
added
only-
another sound to my music.
It definitely has, Deke. Good job.
Yep. So what are we going to hear? What are you going to do now? I know you're all set up and you're anxious to do something. You're just fiddling around there. What are you going to do?
I think we maybe want
Ticks?
to go to Mad Dog.
Okay, Mad Dog's good. I love Mad
This
Dog.
one you're going to sing. And this is another original song.
You want the
and,
May Sisters to back you up?
May Sisters.
All right.
This is going to be on your new CD coming out soon.
this story happened not long ago. While living in my truck, you know, in Chicago. While living in Chicago in my truck. Well, you know, I knew I was down on my luck. So I went to the corner with $2 in my hand. I bought myself a bottle of that Mad Matter. Mad dog, mad dog, mad dog. You can't buy it in the bar, you gotta go to the hood. Mad Dog 2020 really make you feel good. So if you're feeling down, you got nothing to do. Go get yourself a bottle of that Mad Dog too. You know it comes in lots of flavor, red grape, strawberry too. Mad Dog 2020 really make you feel good. Mad Dog, Mad Dog, Mad Dog, Mad Dog, Mad Dog, Mad Dog.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, Sugar, you don't know what Mad Dog is, do you?
That's that liquor.
How do you know that?
No,
I heard about it when I was going to
Yeah, you
the
just heard
academy
about it,
with
right?
the nuns. And
You didn't been drinking that Mad Dog, were you?
never.
or living in your truck in Chicago.
No, is that a true story?
Yes,
You were living in Chicago in a truck drinking Mad Dog?
in Caprini Greens, believe it or not.
Lord have mercy. Well,
Yeah.
we're so glad you're alive today to talk about it. And you do have an interesting trailer that actually you followed us all the way over the mountains to the Pennsylvania Blues
Yes.
Festival, and you barely made it. Lord
She-
have mercy.
She didn't like going up them hills. It was going.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant when I said that. But it's wonderful to travel around with you, and we hope to someday get a caravan full of musicians and travel. Just
Well, with-
travel.
with
just
Airstreams,
go,
yeah.
you know, and we should do that sometime. Deke, you have a CD that's unreleased.
Yes.
It's called Mississippi Bound. Are you Mississippi bound?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I'm really thinking about moving to Clarksdale.
Uh-oh.
He's got the Clarksdale fever.
Yes.
Well, do you mind if I play a cut off this CD?
Nope, I would love for you to.
I want to hear the Dirty Rosie
Oh,
song.
yeah. And that also has Bill Abel on it.
Oh,
who is-
good.
Who's
Bill
a great...
Abel. We
yes.
know Bill Abel.
Yes.
He's been keeping the blues alive down there.
He's a
for
hill country,
long time
historian.
in Mississippi.
Yes.
But this song I have to dedicate to my friend Dave Fields.
Okay.
He knows what I mean. This is Dirty Rosie off a CD not released yet by Deke Hart.
He's looking for a producer, right, Junior?
Yes, we're shopping it right now as we speak.
Nice.
And
Dirty
some
Rose.
really nice labels.
Right here at U Detroit Cafe, Big City Rhythm and Blues Magazine. All right, that was Deke Harp doing Dirty Rose on his CD. I had no idea, Deke, that this was actually for sale for $10. You can get this right now today. Come on down to U Detroit Cafe. We'll be here until about 9:15. We're warming up for the Detroit Blues Party, and that's really smart. We spend thousands and thousands of dollars to do our CD sampler, of course. But Deke, that's good. Until you get it together, you
Yes.
can at least have product. That's the number one rule. If
It's
you're
rough,
out on the
but
road,
rough's good.
Yeah.
you
It's a-
have to have product to get that gas money. So come on down and buy one of
And I
Deke's
believe you would
brown
like to
paper
submit
CDs.
this. You'd like to submit this for our
Yes.
sampler number 13, I believe.
Oh, yes, yes.
And that's leading to the segue. I'm going to do another song from sampler number 12 from the 44s, which
Okay.
play very similar to you guys. They're sort of related to Los Lobos, but our new issue has them on the cover.
Great,
and,
great.
They're a great national band, and this
44s.
song is one of my favorites.
It's on our CD sampler number 12, Barbecue and the Blues, and this is what you get when you subscribe to Big City Blues Magazine.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. We've been listening to the 44s, and they are featured on our CD sampler number 12, Barbecue and the Blues. Plus, they're also in our new magazine. They're on the cover of Big City Blues magazine, Surfs Up. We took this cover with Rip Cat Records.
Scott Abita and Hermosa Beach on Memorial Day. And we didn't know the whole town was closed, and we had all these musicians trying to get to us, and but we did it as we usually do with
The
our
44s.
magazine covers.
Those guys are getting all over the country. I've noticed the 44s came through the Midwest, and I saw their calendar. They're going to be down in Florida.
East LA, they're related, like I said earlier, to Los Lobos and the East LA crowd, and they're real hot on the West Coast, and they're coming our way here.
And you can see them in our new issue. There's a great story by a writer out there in Western Michigan, Felix.
Felix Yarba, Western
And,
Michigan Blues Society.
We'll be getting him on. He's always keeping the blues flame alive on the west coast of Michigan. I'm Sugar May.
With that song, I don't think we mentioned that it
And
was
this
called
is
The
Robert
Hanging Tree.
Oh, the Hanging Tree.
It was the Hanging Tree from our sampler number 12. Yes, I'm Sugar, and you're still
And
Junior.
I'm Junior. And
Yeah.
you're listening and watching Big City Rhythm and Blues magazine. And we want to
Cookies.
thank Dee Carp for joining us. What a surprise.
Well,
You are very unique, and we've been watching Deke develop over the years, and he's been with us when the festival got rained on, and it was too hot, and nobody showed up, and
Yeah, Noah did with the ark, and that was about
Deke's been
it.
with us.
I missed the one you guys had to float out of there.
Oh, yeah, the Airstream floats.
Yeah.
It does.
We'll never forget some of the times we've had together in our Big City Rhythm and Blues booth.
Well, we thank you for helping out. Bob Monteleone is under the weather a little bit tonight, so
I'm glad to help.
we're gonna let you play a little bit more than our usual guests do.
All
what
right.
you got? What you got keyed up there?
I think I'm gonna do Up All Night Blues. It's a little laid back, kind of just a lazy blues.
One man blues, right?
Yes. And it also is on my CD. He's got one.
We have them for sale. You can still get
Right
down
here.
here and get them. $10. D Carp.
He'll even autograph them, and it is the brown paper special. Very interesting. Another way for you musicians to promote yourself, always have product.
Well, I figured if I sell all of, these ones this way, the money that I use, I can get it all packaged up. with
There
that
you go.
money.
Yeah, just, you got
I
to
think-
one step after the other.
I think the packaging's fine. The music's
I like
what
it.
counts.
Right.
I like it. It's looking good. Your handwriting's good, Deke, and we
And-
know
and,
some...
in the state of the business, you have to sell off the stage.
Yes,
That's the main
yes.
thing. I mean, you don't
That-
have Tower Records anymore or
Nope.
Borders. And in those cases, I know you have to give them like 1,000.
Yes.
And you can't get them back for a year. This way, you have your destiny in your own hands, or people that love you, that see you, sell them off the stage.
Let's give it up for Deke Carp.
got the blues. Well, I got 'em way down in my soul. Yeah, I got the blues. Yeah, I got 'em in my soul. Well, I got the blues so bad, I gotta let you know. I got the blues in the morning. Yeah, I got 'em late at night. I got the blues in the morning. Yeah, I got 'em late at night. I got the blues so bad. Yeah, I can't sleep at night. Thank you so much.
That's a good one, Deke. What was that one called?
Up All Night Blues.
Up All Night. Another original?
Yes.
Are you doing all original?
Oh,
blues?
yeah. I like to play my own stuff.
That's
No, you're not originally from Illinois.
No. Jersey City, I was born.
Jersey City, Jersey,
New Jersey.
along with the boss.
Yep.
Right down the
Frank
street.
Sinatra was born just the next town over from me.
And now you're going to end up in Mississippi, maybe. Wow, there's a circle.
Why do you want to go to Mississippi?
Well, this type of music that I'm playing right now really goes over good down there, and it's a good bass for me. And when I make my harmonicas, I could say that they are Mississippi-made saxophones.
But they're going to be called...
Mississippi sax made in
It's a
Mississippi.
harmonica.
My
Mississippi
harmonicas.
saxophone is another name.
Yeah.
By D. Carp.
Yep.
D. Carp Originals.
There'll be Mississippi-made harmonicas, the only place that makes harmonicas in Mississippi.
Deke, can you tell us how do you make a harmonica? Is it very difficult?
Well, first thing I do is I want to seal the comb because I like to play wood harmonicas, and they have to be sealed in order for when you get them wet to raise up and they cut your lips. So I developed a way to seal them, and then from there I was like, well, maybe I could start tuning them, and I started tuning them, and then I broke a reed and I fixed a reed, and then it's about 15 or 20 steps to get the harmonica to play really good.
Right. And does people have their different styles that they want? Do they custom order, I guess?
Yes, and most of the harmonicas that I build for people, I want to know how they play, what they're going to play on them. Are they hard players or soft? and then I can adjust the harmonica for their playing.
Neat.
Yeah, because I see people on the cruise lining up, trying to catch you, trying to steal you away from working for us.
Yes.
And also down in King Biscuit, there's
Yes.
people, and there's a serious conversation going on because they want you to take care of them.
Yeah, and I'm actually building harmonicas for some of the top 10 harmonica players in the world now.
Wow, and so you are a harp doctor.
Yes.
Neat. That's way cool.
And it all happened because I couldn't afford to keep buying 3 harps a day.
No way.
It was like $90 every time I wanted to, go out and play.
So your harps last that you built?
Yes, and I guarantee them for a year.
A year. Okay.
So if you do order one and you do break it, you send it back, and all you have to do is pay the shipping, and they're fixed again.
And it's really cool that you also offer harp lessons on the phone too.
Yep, and by next week I'll have Skype.
There you go.
Now, where does this sound come from? What part of the world does what you do
Well,
come from?
Your influences.
My influencers are pretty straightforward. I followed James Cotton around, and so I love the Chicago harmonica. But when I started playing Chicago harmonica down in Mississippi, it didn't fit. I couldn't get a groove with that.
Right.
So I studied their music, and then added my my diddly bow into that. And so I was playing their music on top of the Chicago harmonica sound. The diddly bow goes like way back.
Oh, yeah.
It goes from when the sharecroppers were working in the fields, and in the day, at nighttime they wanted to entertain themselves, so they took apart a broom and took out the wire that holds the broom together, and a snuff can.
Baling wire.
Yes, or baling wire, and a snuff can, and 2 nails, and a slide or a bottle, or back then they carved down a bone, a ham bone, and shined it up, and that's what they used.
Well, there's also a lot of Africans that worked the cotton fields, and they had their own instruments from Africa, and they were able to, bring a lot of that culture, of course, to Mississippi.
Right. I remember my friend Willie King, our friend Willie King, and then up in the North Country around Oxford, R.L. Burnside, and all this music is the same. It's a groove.
Oh yeah, the hill
and
country.
All the jam bands and all pick up on that. It's just a groove.
The trance blues.
Yeah, trance.
So on that note, I want to play one of my favorite songs by Mr. R.L. Burnside.
What an honor.
Called "Shake 'Em On Down."
But we were lucky to hang with RL, and Robert Jr. actually has a cover you can see at BigCityBluesMag.com of RL with his sons, the North Mississippi All-Stars, in front of Junior Kimbrough's burnt down juke joint. What an amazing cover that was.
The police had burned it down, and they were proud of it because they were sick of people on Sunday walking home with smiles on their faces. And so they publicized that they burned it down. And I was driving to New Orleans, and I went to Tipitina's where RL was playing. I went on his bus, and I said, "Love to take a cover of you at our favorite juke joint." And he said, "I'll be there next Tuesday." And I said, "That's good for me." So then I headed up to Memphis, went to the North Mississippi All-Stars were playing at Memphis in May. I went to their trailer, and their mother came out and said, "Yeah, they'll talk to you in about 3 weeks. Time Magazine's with them, the hot new rock stars."
Oh my.
But I'm a bulldog. I said, "Thank you, ma'am." And I stayed there, and Luther stuck his head out. He said, "Junior, what's going on?" Luther Dickinson from the North Mississippi All-Stars. And I said, "Well, we're going to do this cover with R.L. Burnside." He said, "I'm there," before I got to finish it, because that's one of his people he learned from. So many people went to Junior Kimbrough to learn from Junior Kimbrough and R.L. Burnside, and he said it was a big honor. So it is a great cover that I did do. Thanks for mentioning that, Sugar.
But the irony is that Robert Jr. took the cover for our magazine. Time Magazine shot the cover for their magazine behind Junior, they ignored RL completely and said some old musician with the North Mississippi All-Stars.
Oh
They
my.
didn't know that it was sacred ground. It was Junior Kimbrough's jute joint that we had in the picture too. So it's,
You know, ignorance is bliss, I guess. But we are here. We are Big City Rhythm and Blues Magazine. I'm Sugar May.
and I'm Junior, and without further ado, I want to play Mr. Burnside, please.
And then we'll get back with you, Deke Carp.
If you come to my house, don't see me know where around. You know that I'm somewhere low now, shaking them on down. Hey, must I holler? shake 'em on down.
Shake 'em on down. That was R.L. Burnside from his record, his CD called
Too Bad Jim, and he was one of my heroes.
He was
the real deal. I mean, at Junior Kimbrough's, the joint I was talking about, people like Iggy Pop and Keith Richard went there just to see R.L. Burnside. And we used to have him up at Fifth Avenue, that club in Royal Oak.
Right.
And we'd sit there, and the kids didn't know what was going on.
I got to open for RL once.
Right.
And he had Cedric with him. He was just that high up.
Cedric
and down
is
in the
playing
90s.
today. Cedric Burnside is his grandson
Yeah.
on drums, and Cedric's in our new magazine, Big City Blues.
I take it as I'm giving it as a compliment that you're on the same grounds as him. That's why I was
Wow.
asking you where your sound's
That's
coming
it,
from,
from the hills.
because what he was playing, he had Kenny Brown, I believe, on guitar,
Holly Springs is where
and
it comes
his
from.
grandson on drums, and it was him, and it was just that threesome, which I'm going to play in a little while, thinking of my favorite threesome.
Well, most people think of Mississippi, they think of the flat delta, the Mississippi River, but the North Mississippi Hills is where a lot of rich blues came from, besides R.L. and Junior Kimbrough. We had Jessie Mae Hemphill and her father.
And Willie King, who we
and
mentioned.
Willie King. Now, the first time that the Junior Kimbrough juke joint came to my mind was when I went on my first date with Robert Jr. And I was in Memphis, and
You're in trouble now.
I think it must have been the Blues Awards, and he got a phone call, a long distance phone call, because you never knew when the juke joint was going to happen. And we were sitting up at that burger joint, Huey's. And he says, "Sugar."
And I had a beautiful date, and
He
the
says-
phone rings, and Scott Beretta says, "Well, you know, Junior Kimbrough's joint's open tonight. Big Bad Smitty's playing, and RL's there." And I looked at Sugar, and I looked at the phone, and I looked at Sugar. I paid the bill, I kissed her, and I went to the juke joint.
Because these jams would last all night long, literally, and I had a plane to get on the next day. So that was my first. I had heard about the juke joint, and then Junior brought me to Willie King's juke joint.
Yeah.
And the poorest part of Mississippi I've ever seen, and the gas prices were
And-
really, really high.
And what a sweet, honest man he was.
I couldn't believe it. So you had this church on one side, down this one lane, and we drove farther down this dirt road. Out in the middle of nowhere was this little old house, and Willie King had that place packed. We bought some big, tall beers.
I think it was a little left of nowhere.
Little left of nowhere, out in the middle of nowhere, pretty near where Howlin' Wolf came from. And
The Black Hills of Mississippi.
I felt like the whole house was being lifted at one point because it was such an experience. And it's hard to find juke joints because
Well,
they have become so popular.
We have John's Carpet House here locally.
That's
and,
right.
And some of the south side of Chicago, or you can still hear. In the west side, you can hear it. And you can hear it right here with Mr. Deke Hart.
Oh, we went to Monkeys, Paul Monkeys.
Poe Monkeys.
That was
at
another
Marigold.
story, so-
Yeah.
There last week.
But we're going to do a juke joint down here. We're warming up. I see some of our fellas have
Yep.
arrived for the blues party.
Howard's
So-
hair's here. I haven't seen Howard yet, but I saw his
I saw
hair come
Howard,
in.
And I saw Roger White. We'll get those fellas up here.
And I saw Roger's not hair come in.
So the
and-
blues party is happening tonight.
Yeah, the blues
so we're so
party's
glad.
here.
There's Howard.
There's a few seats left. Come on down.
Come on down, pick
and
up
right
the
now, we're going to pick things up. Deke, you got something to follow RL here? You in the mood?
Come on down to the blues party.
It's-
Pick up Big City Blues magazine. We've got some copies for you.
It's the Deke Harp Orchestra here.
And you can buy Deke's new CD, well packaged by Deke himself.
And you're
This
from
is
Oakland, right?
Oakland, Illinois.
Oakland, Illinois.
one of a kind CD, Mississippi bound. Get it before it's packaged, is what I say. Get the original, right, Junior?
Get the original while it's here. I would. That'd be worth some money.
Deke Harp is here, and he'll be back on Sunday, November the 11th, for the Happy to Have the Blues.
Yes, Deke, are you tuned up? You only have 3 strings. Come on, bro. It sounds good to me. Hit
What
it.
are we going to hear?
Here we go. This one is called If You're Ever in Clarksdale.
All right.
In the city, raised in a makeshift cage. I was born in the city, raised in a makeshift cage. Playing these blues ever since I was of age. Memphis, stop by Minglewood. If you're ever in Memphis, stop by Minglewood. Well, they got the prettiest women, yeah, in the whole land. If you're ever in Clarksdale, stop by and see my buddy Red. If you're ever in Clarksdale, go see my buddy Red. Well, he got the best juke joint. Yeah, in the whole land.
You've been listening to D-Carp
Good one, Deke.
Live right here at U Detroit Cafe, or you might be watching us online at udetroit.com. This is Big City Rhythm and Blues Magazine, and I'm Sugar.
And I'm still Junior.
And I'm Deke.
Yay! We're so
He's
glad. What a
Deke.
surprise to have D-Carp here, and everybody, you've got to come back here on Sunday,
November 11th, and from 4 o'clock till whenever, and it's always the one down at Morgan Freeman's Club in Memphis. It had a line till 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And,
had a good time, and
we
that's-
had our friends Luther Badman and Jeff Malin come down from Detroit, and it was so funny because Morgan Freeman and his crew walks in the club,
Yep.
and who's playing but our Motor City guys.
Right,
so that
right.
was pretty cool for them.
And we're talking about our Happy to Have the Blues Awards. We're going to host them instead of New York. We're going to stay home of the Detroit Tigers. We're staying right here at U Detroit Cafe to do our big Happy to Have the Blues Awards, and that's on Sunday, November the 11th. We're going to have lots of special guests, so spread the word.
And we hope that this next CD cut that I'm going to play should come up from Indianapolis, because I think that you would be perfect opening up for them. It's my 3-piece. I love 3 pieces. The Reverend Peyton, I'm going to play another song from their CD, and he won for Best Beard.
Best beard.
What did he win for?
Tattoos? Or?
Maybe it was tattoos.
But don't forget, Deke is here at U Detroit Cafe. He's got his new CD. It still hasn't been produced by another person, but Deke has produced it, and he's packaged it himself. And you can buy it right here at U Detroit Cafe for $10. Helps him get down the road. Give him some gas money, or people can go to DekeHarp.com.
Yes, and purchase it just like that, too.
All right.
Deke, you got about 3 minutes. This is the Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band. Easy come, easy go.
buddies.
We know about that.
I'm gonna go and live my
that was the Reverend Peyton and the Big Damn Band.
Yes, and
Easy come, easy go.
easy come, easy go, and they're from neighboring Indianapolis. And if they're not in Europe, which they're a lot, he did win he has a very unusual harmony guitar that's all decorated and
beautiful.
all very, very cool guitar. And he won as the most unusual instrument this year. So hopefully they'll be enticed to come up here
Reverend Peyton.
on November 11th.
I think they've been in Ireland. I think they're still in Europe, but check out their website. This is the Big City Rhythm and Blues
But
magazine.
we're trying to warm things up here. Did I see the professor come in the door? Did I see Roger?
Roger White
Where's
He's here.
Roger White
and
at?
Howard Glazer.
Roger.
They're getting prepared.
There he is. He's
Coming
up
up
the ladder.
next is the Detroit Blues Party,
Roger White.
and we're looking
What
forward
you
to
got
it.
going on here tonight? We're trying to warm things up here.
You can
Get them
come down
greasy, but not too greasy for you.
and join the party right here at U
Hey,
Detroit.
Roger.
Well, good evening, Junior and Sugar. And Deke, it's been a while since I've seen you.
All right.
Hey, it's great to have you in for tonight.
Thank you.
Oh, we got a big party coming up when you guys are done. We got Downriver Dan's coming in. Chris Lees from last week said he's coming back. We got a few
Nice.
other people.
Good.
Got a drummer, Shadowhawks, looking to come down.
Nice.
And so we've got a big blues party going on tonight.
And do we have new food? We never mentioned that.
Well, they got Dan's Good Pizza.
They got
right.
new pizza here
Yes,
that we
they
haven't
do.
tried yet.
I meant to try it last week, but they closed up before I could get one, and maybe we're going to have to try one tonight if I can.
You snooze, you lose. I think that's a
Oh.
blues song, isn't it?
That's right, but Dan's Good Pizza, it looks really good.
Good.
That's all I can say, but I'm going to
I'm
have to
sure
try it
you'll
out
get a
myself,
slice.
see how cool it really is.
All right,
Well,
so we
thank
got.
you. We'll warm things up for you here. We're going to have Deke play another song, and thank you, Roger.
All right, and hey, Deke, thanks for coming on down.
Thank you.
We'll see you after a while.
All right.
All right, that's Roger White, and Howard Glazer's in the house too, and they're going to start setting up for the Detroit Blues Party, but we got a few minutes left, and it's been a pleasure to be back here at U Detroit Cafe, right in the heart of downtown Detroit. Junior, things are going to be
man.
happening here tomorrow.
Oh, man.
What's going to happen tomorrow, Junior?
Well, as soon as I pick Papa Grande up to bring him to the ballpark, and we get lost, I think Motor City Ed and I are going to go to the game. I'm going to pick him up at the park bar, and we're gone. We're going to go to that game, darn it. It's Verlander. Come on. All right, Tigers. Play that, Tiger? Is that what you're going to play? What you
Yeah.
going to play, Deke?
Yellowhammer Breakdown.
All right, D-Carb.
This song is a combination of all the times I heard The Creeper by James Cotton, and I always wanted to put together my own little groove for this. And the Yellowhammer is where I live, in the middle of nowhere, right on the edge of the water, and they call it Yellowhammer.
thank you, Deke. Thanks for coming to Detroit.
Well, thank you, Big City Blues Magazine, for all you do for us, man.
All right, that's D
Well, we
Carp. Check
appreciate
him
it.
out. Check out D Carp. He's got a few unique original CDs left, Mississippi Bound. dcarp.com. I'm sure if people email you, they can also pick up the new CD as well.
Yes.
All right. Well, we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight at udetroit.com and also coming by. Thank you, Motor City Ed and Cynthia, for stopping in, and Charlie Oringer, who is our partner.
Yes. And
Robert
Des,
Jr.
thank you up there in the treehouse. We
And-
appreciate you keeping the electricity on us and the lights. And I want to end here. See you all down the road, and we'll see you here tomorrow for Verlander. But I got to play a song that my wife sang, and it kind of ties the end of the song, I Love Barbecue, as we leave. See
Check
you all
us out.
down the road. See you next Monday.
BigCityBluesMag.com.
Sugar, do you smell that?
I love barbecue,
Yeah, that smells good.
I love barbecue,
But I think it's blues and barbecue.
I love barbecue,
Here we are at sampler number 12.
I love barbecue,
Thank you for subscribing to Big City Rhythm and Blues Magazine.
I love barbecue, We hope you enjoy the music of our new friends on this sampler CD number 12, Barbecue and the Blues. I love barbecue, Go to BigCityBluesMag.com to vote for the coolest blues song of the year. I love barbecue,
You love barbecue too. We love barbecue. Thank you, Sugar.
Happy trails.